YouTube viewers, it's Cynthia Michaels from Screen Productions, bringing you a new podcast for my segment called The Boruto Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast will retain some adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will retain some adult language. So anyway, with this, let's get into let's get into the latest episode of Boruto, episode 58. So basically, I've been looking forward to watching this episode. Been looking forward to watching this episode all day, and so basically I had read the chapter that this episode is based on, at least five times today. So anyway, let's get into this episode. So basically, Boruto's team, Shikada's team, Shinji's team, and Yuri's team had moved on to the third round, being the tournament round. So basically, Boruto and his friends. Boruto and his friends were so excited that they made it to the next round, and as for so basically Boruto and his comrades were so excited to make it to the next round and whatnot. So basically, in the crowd we see Dinky, we see Madeline and Weebay, in the crowd, but and looked like to be looks like to be Sharetta as well. We don't see that's the only people we have. So basically, we see Genki, Marley, Weaver. Looks like to be Sharetta, in the crowd. We don't see so far. We haven't, it seems like Ninbei and Wasabi was not in the crowd with the others. So anyway. So basically, Boruto was still tripping, so basically Boruto was so pumped up after Tokyo started to, he was so proud that he made the second round and whatnot, but at the same time, he still feel kind of bad, feel a little bit rotten that he used the scientific ninja to get to the third round and whatnot. But he was like, there's no turning back now. So basically, luckily basically Boruto and all the competitors, got out to the arena and and Moxley say that, that you guys will be divided into three groups, A, B, and C. So basically, you guys will gonna have to go back to the locker room until you guys call up to your first match. So anyway, everybody was so basically everybody was there. All the colleagues were were in their Kage booth and whatnot. The Tenchi Kage was kind of disappointed that her team didn't make it. She was basically disappointed. The Missy Kage was like, was kind of disappointed his team didn't make it past the second round, but so basically, it looks like it's just down to the belief with the crowd and the sandwich. So anyway, Boruto. So basically, the first match was Boruto versus Yuri. So basically, if you already watched the movie or you already read the manga chapter, this episode is based on, so basically you already know. So basically, So basically, if you already watched the movie or read the chapter this episode is based on, basically Boruto ends up beating Yuri by using the Scientific Ninja 2, Scientific Ninja 2's new shuriken jutsu technique and whatnot that Mr. Kishi programmed to the Scientific Ninja 2 to beat, to help help Boruto beat Yuri. So anyway, so basically, but before Boruto beat Yuri, the Wakage was so impressed by Yuri's bubblegum jutsu, like everybody was so impressed by Yuri's bubblegum jutsu. So basically, everybody was so impressed by Yuri's bubblegum jutsu. So anyway, Shinji was Shinji female king in Yodo, that's her name, Yodo, which was telling Shinji that you might so basically it might be an unlikely chance that you might get to fight. Well, it's an unlikely chance that you might not get to fight Boruto in the next round or so. So anyway, so basically Boruto beat Yuri and whatnot, and so basically Naruto was so proud of him. So basically blah blah blah. So anyway, next up was Shikida versus Yodo. So basically this is the fight. This is the fight that I wanted to see. That they had to cut out for the movie. So anyway, the fight begins. So basically Shikida tried to use his strategy to crush Yodo, but before his shadow even reached Yodo, so she just dodged it before she where Shikada's shadow was coming from. So basically, Shikada kept on tried to use herself to catch Yoda, but she just kept on dodging his shadow possessing jutsu without even looking where the shadow was coming, where Shikada's shadow was coming from. So anyway, that's when Yoda put down her hoodie and use her long hair as a whip to make a sound wave, and that's when she could figure out how she was able to dodge his shadow jutsu while even looking where his shadow was coming from. He figured that from her shadow attack that you must have the high height sense of hearing. So therefore, you could probably read therefore you could probably read the sounds where my shadow is going to go and dodge it. So basically, Yodo has a heightened sense of hearing, so therefore she doesn't have to, look at where Shikada's shadow was, what direction Shikada's shadow was coming from. So anyway, Shikada reached in his pocket and tried to throw some paper bombs at her, and Yodo used her sound wave attack to send make the paper bombs explode around Shikada. So basically, she's like Yodo won, but Shikada ended up catching Yodo and his shadow possession issue. So turns out Shikada used the paper round to slow the sound to catch Yodo off guard, therefore giving him the opening that he needed to catch her in her shadow possession issue. So basically, Shikada was mad over the comment that she made. That she made about her mother, you call yourself the mother of the sister of the So basically, you call up to your mother. You're the son. Like you're the son of the God. So give me a grade. So basically, blah blah blah. So basically, she could like pour the kunai at Yoda's throat and tell her that don't she ever disrespect me or my mother again. So basically, Yoda gave up and so basically Shikidai went to she saw advance to the next round. So anyway. Next up was sorry. Sorry, I got something between my teeth. Sorry. Alright, anyway. So basically, next up was taught versus versus Sawada. I mean versus Sawada. So basically, the fight didn't even last that long. It was just so basically, Kuro got knocked out by 1 punch by Sawada. So basically, Sawada knocked Tor, who is Yuri's teammate, out with 1 punch. So basically, Sawada went to back to the next round by knockout. So anyway, the next up was Shinji teammate Jax. Jax, I think that's how you say his name. So basically, Jax versus Inogen. So basically, Inogen felt very cocky that which they copy that since everybody else from the Henley, when it's like he figured that he would have won the match, but easily. So basically, he used his beast scroll to attack Jax, but Jax just took out all his live paintings out with a stick and just basically defeated Inogen with a stick. So basically, Inogen went out like a bitch. So basically, Inogen went out like a bitch. He got beat by Jax, and he's using a stick or a pole staff, or whatever. Using a pole staff. So basically, Jax just took out anything with a pole staff. So basically, Jax advanced to the next round. So anyway, then we had the next match. We had Yuri's last teammate Toro versus Nishi. So basically, during the match, Nishi really making Nishi dodge and whatnot. So basically, Toro was just lightning jutsu to charge his attacks, but Nishi kept on dodging it. So basically, that's when Michi said, you're very good, so basically, it's my turn. So basically, Michi starts to grow, and he looked like he was about to go into sage mode, but he remembered what his father told him, oh, I forgot. I can't use that. So basically, Michi stop going to sage mode and basically use some snake jutsu to bind Toro and making him give up. So anyway, basically Michi advanced in the next round. So basically when the next it's up to the next fight with the team Chozo and Shinji. So basically, Chozo was like, everybody was cheering on Chozo to, do her best and whatnot against Shinji, and Shinji was like, Shinji was like, what's not baby decided to fight Chozo. So anyway, but Shinji was impressed with Shikida figure out Yoda's ability during the match. So basically, he's impressed, was impressed during the match between Yodo and figured out that how quickly he was able to figure out Yodo's abilities and whatnot, and also Shikamaru was happy that she could beat Yoro as well. So basically, and also that Rishi Sakura, and Tamaru, talking about the good old days about the first time they met at the chimneys and whatnot. They talking about how mean you were during the chimneys and whatnot. So anyway. So then the final match. So basically, like the final match was about to begin. Shinji versus Chojo. So basically, at this point, it's just like at this point in the Kage booth, Naruto and the other five Kage who would have thought that. That that when it comes to the final, the third round of the tuning, it would be between the leaf and the hidden share. So basically, that's what the Kage were talking about. So anyway, so basically, the other Kage was looking forward to see Shinji in action. So basically, I was staring at his adopted son, in his own way, cheering him on and whatnot. So basically, Shinji was staring at his father in the Kage booth and whatnot, before the match began. So basically, Chozo was like, you better not try to take it easy on these government girls. So basically, you better focus. I'm gonna take you down. Shinji was like, like whatever. So anyway, and this is how the episode ended. So basically, this is how the episode ended with the match between Chozo and Shinji about to begin. So basically, this episode was not bad. So basically, I've been looking forward to this episode all this week. So basically, this was a good episode. So basically, we probably have. So basically, this whole Chuni, story arc with the Chuni Temple probably wrapped up in the next two episodes or so. But maybe the next 2 or next 3 or 4 episodes to go with this. This whole story arc will wrap up in the next 3 or 4 episodes. I believe so. So anyway, but overall, this was a good adaptation for the movie turned into an episode for Boruto. So anyway, this episode was not bad. So anyway, like always, it's Sensei and Michael signing off. 1.